Hello dancers, I hope you're all having an amazing day. I am so excited for this video. It's actually such an interesting one. I basically got inspired by the amazing Mackenzie Davis. I'm sure all of you know Mackenzie, and she did a Rate My Dancing video. Now, basically what happens is, on my Instagram, by the way, at Claudia Dean World, make sure you're following it, also at Coach Me World, also at Collections by Claudia. So basically, I film myself doing the hardest steps in classical ballet on my right side, which is my good side, and then also on my left side, which is my weaker side. Then I got you all to rate me out of 10. Some of you were really mean, and some of you were really nice. So thank you for that. Some of you were like rating me 1,000 out of 10, but I didn't really include those because obviously that would like completely muck up the average. Basically what I've done is I've calculated the average score for every single step that was shown. It's super interesting, and I'm basically going to be watching them so you can see them today, and then also reading out what you all scored me. Is scored me the right word? Scored me. What you all rated me. That was the right word. So without further ado, let's get to rating me. All right, so make sure, as I said, I'm gonna be incorporating you all a lot more in my YouTube videos via my Instagram. So if you're not following my Instagram, make sure you go ahead and do it because that is where everything happens. Okay, so basically, let's go on to the first video. What's gonna happen here is I'm gonna watch it. We can all just sort of judge me together. You can think of a score in your head, and then basically I'm gonna read out what the average score was for that particular step. I'm excited. The first one is my right side en dehors turns, okay? So I'm just gonna watch it, and maybe I'll tell you what I'd rate myself and what I'd correct as well, because then it's kind of interesting as well. Okay, look, I think, honestly, in fairness, I haven't danced or taken like proper regular classes for a long time. So I'm gonna be like a little bit kind to myself. I think like my demi point in my en dehors turns is like slightly sickled. So I'm obviously trying to like stabilize myself when I'm up there. I also think I can turn my retire out a lot more. I think I can lift my retire up a lot higher. I'm happy with the amount of turns that I did, but I think perfecting my pirouette position would probably be the right approach for me to then do more turns. So even if you're struggling with pirouettes, I'd recommend going back to your preparational position. I'd probably rate it, without checking the average score again, I would probably rate it like about an 8.7-ish. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the average score. See, this is interesting. So, right side turns, you all rated me an 8.5. I think that's pretty fair. Like, I was gonna say 8.5. I said 8.7 because I haven't danced for that long, you know. Okay, now it's time to move on to my left side turns, my weaker side. So let's have a look. I'm gonna tell you what I'd rate myself. Yeah, look, let me just watch it again. It's pretty shocking. Like, as I mentioned, me and Mona, we only took these videos once. So yeah, like, okay, in my defense, all right, I just finished literally 3 days of intense filming for my online platform. So I think I was a little bit sore and tired, but you know what? That's no excuse. What is going on with my obliques when I'm turning? Come on, CD. Anyway, it's all good. So I'd probably rate that like a 5, to be honest with you. I feel like I could do so much better, but that's okay. You gotta be okay with not turning amazing all the time. You guys rated me a 7.5. What? What is wrong with you guys? No, I'm just kidding. But 7.5, I reckon, like, to me, that pirouette position, the turn itself, like, I should have probably just done a double instead of going for a triple and it being all off balance. But look, 7.5 is very generous. Considering you rated me 8.5 for my right side turns and then a 7.5 for my left, and they're like so different, I'll take the 7.5, thank you. All right, right side grand fouettes. Let's do this. All right, let me have a look. Okay. Preparation and look, my holds are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? I could really lift up my knee in attitude. I find like in arabesque and attitude, as I've gotten older, I really struggle with it. I almost feel like it can't go above 90. Can anyone relate? Like, I feel like your back is the first thing that goes. So anyway, that's what I'd correct with that. I'd probably give that like a solid 8 though. Like, I feel like my effort is very good. My holds are good. My leg is nice and high in second. It's just probably the attitude aspect is a little bit at the moment. You guys rated me a 9.0. Woo!
Wow.
That's actually really good. You were all too nice, honestly. That's amazing. Thank you. Left grand fouettes. Let's do this. Okay, here it goes. Ooh. Look, I think I did pretty well. I think my leg in second was very distorted because I was just trying to like get it up and get momentum. I could have turned it out way more. I'd probably rate that like maybe a 7. I feel like it's pretty good considering it's left side of grand fouettes. That's the hardest step in classical ballet in my opinion. So you guys rated me 7.4. I would say that is probably the most spot on one at this moment in time. I feel like that's very fair. 7.4, I said 7. We're good, we're on the same page. Okay, right side grand jetés. Grand jetés are my favorite step. Let's have a look. Yeah, like that's pretty good, seriously. Like for someone that like hasn't danced properly in like 6 years, I mean, I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I actually will right now. I think that's pretty good. What did you rate me? 8.9. I'm low-key disappointed.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Are you kidding? 8.9. Like my grand jeté looks amazing, doesn't it? Anyway, it's all good. Okay, so maybe I probably could have had more of a split, but I think my elevation was very good. I feel like I could probably improve my back leg a little bit more. But look, 8.9 is so close to 9. I would have given it a solid 9. I feel like it deserves a solid 9, but look, 8.9, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, left side grand jetés. I know these ones definitely aren't as strong, but that's all right. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, look, definitely the split isn't as obvious on this side, in my opinion. I feel like I hold on to my back leg in the air for like a little bit too long. So I'd probably rate it like maybe an 8. It still looks pretty solid though. You guys rated me an 8.1. That's good. That's actually really good. I think you all got that spot on. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, which is my right side fouettes. Okay, let me have a look. Ooh, nice little intro there. Nice ending. Okay, I feel like my fouettes are pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. Like the only thing, if I was trying to be really nitpicky and if like this person was a student and I was correcting them, I would really work on the last turn because I think the first turn's really strong and my fouettes are strong, but the last pirouette pull-in looks quite weak and that's what you remember. So I would say to myself that I've got to shift both of my hips on top of my supporting big toe and I would say I need to releve faster for the last pirouette for it to look really wow. So I'd probably rate that like a solid 9 though. I feel like that's pretty fair. They look really clean. 9.1 you rated me. Look at that, on the same page. I love that. Okay, now left side fouettes. All right, I'm not expecting miracles here. Let's go. Oh, you can tell I'm really uncomfortable. Oh, okay. So I'm definitely holding my fondue devant for like way too long. You can see I'm gripping onto that because I'm not like maybe confident enough to releve faster in second. And that's okay. So I would say to myself in this situation, I've just got to releve and almost feel like I've got to kick my leg to second just to get a little bit more momentum because you can see I'm struggling with momentum on my left side. So I would probably rate that like a 7.5 to an 8 because it is the left. Like, let's face it, it is the left side. It's not my favorite side. I can probably count on my hand the amount of times I've actually done left fouet. Are you all the same? Like no one does them in class. You always do your favorite side. So yeah, I'd probably rate it 7.5 to an 8. You all rated me 8.1. Thank you. That's really, really nice. I'm actually like kind of impressed with these scores. Right side of a ponche. Okay, I love ponches. Who else loves ponches? I love ponches on my like favorite side. On your weaker side, they can always feel a little bit, ugh. Right, let's take a look. Yeah, I feel like ponches are fun on your favorite side though. Ooh, sinking back into my supporting foot a little bit and my supporting leg. Look, the split, I would say, is very nice. Like if someone did that in front of me, I'd be very impressed, but the first thing I'd do is I'd be like, okay, sister, let's sort out your VMO, let's sort out your supporting leg, and I feel like I need to give that advice to myself. Sometimes it's so hard, like as a coach, I know exactly what is wrong with things, but then applying those things on yourself can sometimes be really hard. I'm definitely a better coach than I am a dancer, that's for sure. I love just like correcting and making sure someone's as perfect as possible. So anyway, with my ponche, I'd probably rate that an 8.5 on the right, just because I feel like the height's nice, but the actual technique of my supporting leg and everything could have really improved, okay? 8.5 you rated me. Woo! I didn't even look at that too. How good is that? That's like spot on. That has been the best one so far, okay? Very good, everyone. All right, left side ponche. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait. I feel like this was dodgy when I did it. I think I'm a bit wobbly. Oh, I'm hopping. Look, you know what? I covered it up pretty well. There's a few wobbles and stumbles. You know the reason why I'm wobbling though is because I'm not activating my VMOs. I'm not rotating the lower half of my leg around. Anyway, there's a whole lot of underlining issues as to why I'm hopping there and wobbling there. Who knows why I didn't fix that in the moment, but I think just because, again, I was filming it fast, I just did it and boom, Bob's your uncle. Okay, I would honestly rate that with the wobbles and like my back is going a lot when I'm going down. I always say with a ponche, it should be like leg, and the only reason why your back goes is because your leg's going so high. But because I'm getting old, literally my back is like this and my leg's not moving. What's going on? Okay, anyway, it's all good. I'd probably rate that, I didn't look at that by the way. I'd probably rate that like a 7. 7.9. Look, you guys nearly rated me an 8. That is very kind of you. Look, overall, I am very happy with my scores. At the end of the day, this is all a little bit of fun. And I also think it's important for you to all remember too that when people are judging you or critiquing you, take it with a grain of salt. Like, just remember that it's one person's opinion. Someone might rate you a 1, someone might rate you a 10, but that's their opinion in that moment in time. So I feel like you should never let that define your abilities or define you as a person. You just gotta remember that even when you go to a comp, even when you're getting judged, take it with a grain of salt, whether it's good or bad. Even when it is good, even if you get rated 10, take that with a grain of salt too, because it's important that you never let those things determine how well you're gonna do. It really comes down to your goals, how hard you work, and people recognizing your hard work. That'll be what gets you where you need to be. And always remember, there's always room for improvement. Even the best ballerinas in the world, like Marinella Nunes, like all those amazing dancers, they still have to improve. I know some of you might watch them and you go, oh my gosh, like they're so amazing, they're this, they're that. But at the end of the day, they've still got their little things that they're still trying to perfect and work on. The improvement never stops, okay? I love you all so much. This was so much fun. I would love to do a part 2. I could do another one. Like, you know how this one was sort of like my good side and weaker side? I could definitely do one that's maybe like just all turns or just all jumps. It's so much fun. I love it. Anyway, make sure you follow me on Insta so you can participate in the next one, and I will see you all very soon. Love you all lots. Bye.